I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, what is that? Well, these are a new variety of rose actually I got in from Holland, and they are a rainbow rose, and these are a stem dyed product. Every petal is a different color. Don't ask me how they do it. I am not sure. I like to make the flowers, I don't create the flowers. So you can get these all year round. They are going to cost a little bit more, or maybe a lot more than your regular rose. But at the end of the day, you're selling something that's different and exciting, and you want to be kind of the cutting edge of your cooler. Sometimes this is the way to go. I didn't do too much to this as far as the design goes, because the roses themselves are already so complicated. They got all the different colors. They're already a lot of fun, so you don't want to like muddy the waters, so to speak. So we just did a beautiful European hand tie, kept it simple with a binding point with our decorative wire, and that was it. And I got the gorgeous spiral, and I put it into just a plain old black dish with some plain old river rock. You could use marbles. You could use a clear dish with marbles. You could use, I wouldn't do rainbow marbles, but you could do a blue marble or anything to that effect. So, but just keep in mind when you're getting these fantastic flowers and these fantastic colors, and especially when they're multicolored to this effect, a little goes a long way. So you don't want to take this and then add everything you know into it. So we just kept it simple. But it is a European hand tie, and I never seem to think that it hurts to see it again and again and again. I'm going to use Orlando. Those were ones I got in. We're very limited quantities right now because I only got in 2 bundles. This time we're going to do the same thing, but what I love about being able to do an Orlando is I can show you some finishing techniques that you may or may not be doing in your store. I've gone and cleaned all these Orlandos off. Love this rose. Great, 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 great rose for wedding work. So I did clean them off as we do for any European hand tie. There we go. Done. All right. So anything, you start like this. Make sure it's loose. You're not strangling a chicken. See what happens? You break things. Bad. You're just keeping it loose. You want it nice and simple. Heads to the left, tails to the right. If you're right-handed, which I am. Mom was wondering if I should go like this. And then you just keep going. I always just pivot it a little bit. Heads to the left, tails to the right. So you have this gorgeous line here. And look how fantastic. You're already getting that spiral action. And at the end of the day, that's what's important. You don't have to worry right now if the roses are all different lengths and such. Heads to the left, tails to the right. Spin. I do a quarter turn on each one. Heads to the left, tails to the right. Heads to the left, tails to the right. Are you saying it with me now? Because that's how you remember it. Heads to the left, tails to the right, and I'm laughing. Now when you're doing your European hand tie, the whole point of it is to make sure you have this gorgeous spiral action. Otherwise, it's just I don't even know what it is, just a bouquet. It's not even a hand tie. Go. A perfect spiral. And by doing heads to the left, tails to the right, or if you're left-handed, heads to the right, tails to the left, you know you're going to have that perfect hand tie. And I don't worry about it too much. I'm just going to fluff it up a little bit now. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Oh. And yes, you could do these for weddings. I think we all know that. And there's nothing wrong with doing it for a wedding, but I chose a little different approach with the way I did the rainbows because I wanted it to be different. I want you guys to see that there's a million possibilities with these hand ties. Aren't we in just the best industry in the whole world? I really mean it. I can't imagine not working with flowers. We're so lucky. We meet the greatest people. Now you could do a collar of anything. You could do a baby's breath collar. We've done that. We could do a salal collar. We've done that. We've done every collar known to mankind. You could put this in nowadays you can get feathers in an armature. You could put the feathers around it. Done. Oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless. You could use wax flower. You could use solidago. You could use status. Again, your imagination. Okay, because I'm a one-man band here, I'm going to use this cable tie to tie this thing off for a second while we do the decorative wire. Use my wire cutters because I don't want to ruin my perfectly good shears. I'm cheap and I want to buy another pair. Oh, I don't know if these stand yet, but oh, I just want to take them home and eat them. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so what I'm going to do is I chose a purple wire. Why purple? Why not? We're here to have fun. And I just thought a little bit of purple goes a long way. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Oh, that is beautiful. One thing you could do, if you wanted, is you could take your curly willow. Wouldn't that be cool if you had a whole bunch of curly willow and came all out so it was tucked way at the bottom? You had to look in. Now I'm thinking, now I'm going to have to play again. But look at that. Isn't that incredible? Doesn't that you just want to take it home and tell everyone, sorry, this is mine. That one may be too short. Oh man. You know, I was gonna do lily grass, and this is a lily grass. Again, you just do the same thing, you bring it over. We've all seen that, but this is spectacular. Now I'm just having too much fun. I didn't try this before, so I hope this works. This is kind of Bob's idea. He's the camera guy. A lot of you know him. He said curly willow, and I went, oh, curly willow, because I love curly willow. Oh, look at that veiling. I'm just having too much fun. You see what I mean about flowers? How can you not have fun? My staff just laugh at me because every time something comes in, I get so excited, and people think I do it for the shows or whatever I'm doing, and I really don't. I really get excited. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm going to leave it like that. I got to look down here. Hang on now. I just think that's so cool. But something like that is very neat. You could do that for AIFD, flare it up a bit. Now, I'm going to have to hang on to this, and I'm going to use the wire. And I'm going to use that as my binding point. Look at this guy. I'm going to cut him off. We're just going to go around and around with the wire. Sometimes you need a third hand. Today's one of those days. I love how he comes out. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm so excited. And I'm sure some of you have already done that with curly willow, and you're going, Heather, been there, done that. And good for you. Because oh my gosh, how cool is this? Now, if you're going to use this as a binding point, one thing I suggest to you is to make sure it's clean. Clean, 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 clean. You don't want a big, messy binding point. You literally want to be as humanly perfect as possible. Now, see, my head's going, what else could I use? Pussy willows. Ooh. There we go. Nice clean binding point like that. Look how nice that looks. And if you can, cut the cable tie off if you can. Got her out. Excellent. So, in order to get it to stand up, rocket science here, make it into sort of a scepter style. And take your shears and straight across. Should in theory stand up. Hopefully it will. There we go. All right, so, I love how it gets all crazy. If you didn't like that, great thing about curly willow, take it and wind it under where you want it to go. All right, if you have a little decorative wire and it's not staying, you can bind some points with some decorative wire, some of the bullion wire, and just have a little binding points here and there. Just looking at the width of the container, I just want to make sure it's no, that's not bad. Look at that. I was going to cut it down another inch, but heck, we just don't need to. It's pretty much done. And isn't that fantastic? It's a different way of displaying the same old thing, kicking it up a notch, as Deborah likes to say, and bringing in a little bit of contemporary style to it. So I hope you learned something, and I hope you're going to go back and have fun like I did with the curly willow. Now I'm a little anxious to go downstairs and use the pussy willow. So I'll see you guys next month.